What's up, you guys? UFO Proof here. So I've been seeing a lot of different YouTube channels and websites and stuff start promoting this TR3B patent. They're saying that there's a patent from a guy who invented the TR3B, and that this is, that it's finally out in the open. It's, stuff like that. I know a couple different sites are doing stuff on it. I know Third Phase did a video on it. And so I'm doing a video on it, not to, say those guys are wrong or anything. It's just that they're wrong. And it's, it's not a big deal. It's not like anyone's hoaxing this or anything. It's a little, it's not as simple as that. It's not a hoax or anything like that. But let me explain to you guys what's going on. So this is the patent for it, all right? So we're on Google Patents. Google Patents is just a collection of all the patent offices from around the world. So you can basically look up a patent on anything here, which is really cool actually. So here's the application number back when they did it, and everything, and the inventor, and a brief summary of everything, and then he goes down to all this real technical information that fucking nobody's going to understand. Well, there's a reason. just because there are people who are going to read this and think, oh my god, this guy's a genius, there's no way I could understand that. No, there is no way you can understand it, because it doesn't make any sense. All right, so unfortunately, this gentleman, the inventor of this TR3B, the guy who wrote this patent anyway, John St. Clair, is a schizophrenic. And it doesn't mean that they're stupid, it just means that they're schizophrenic. So, there's a lot of stuff that one thing they love to do is write, and they will write out, I mean, you should look at some of the, looking at this, dude, I would think our friend Ken on our channel wrote this fucking thing, all right? Because he does the same thing, just writes a bunch of nonsense, fucking crazy ass fucking bullshit on here. That's giving you a hard time, Ken, but still, you're crazy as a motherfucker. Anyway, so the craft, like basically everything that he says, just it doesn't make any sense. It won't actually sound smart. It sounds like it might actually work, but when you look at how a patent is written and how, like for aircraft and stuff like this, there's things that are missing from it, like how do you maneuver it once you get it into the air? This doesn't ever explain any stuff like that, so it just doesn't make any sense. Anybody can file a patent, and anyone can get a patent for anything. It doesn't mean that it's even been built or whatever. But this is, so it sounds really cool, but it's nothing. It's not true. The formula wouldn't work. The method wouldn't work. It doesn't make any sense. But let's look at some of John St. Clair's other patents. All right, so let's see right here. His Hyperspace torque generator. Okay. The Hyperspace torque generator, which comprises a flat bifiller magnetic bucking field electric coil, crystal ball, lever arm, and frequency generator for producing the linear flow of hyperspace energy at right angles to the rotating flow of the astral chakra energy. I just said that. Correct. So this is the same guy who wrote the so-called triangular aircraft TR3B patent. It's a brief summary of the invention. This invention generates a body torque using a crystal ball mounted on a cylindrical stand above a bifiller electric coil. The coil is driven by a 10-volt sine wave frequency generator. The bipolar rotating hand, talk about bipolar. The bipolar rotating hand chakras are placed across the ball in order to condense the astral energy of the aura. The magnetic bucking field and the coil flows low density hyperspace energy up through the ball. The torque generated is equal to the lever arm times the linear momentum of the hyperspace energy crossed with the angular velocity of the hand chakras. The device is used to demonstrate the existence of code-dimensional hyperspace energy and to show the nature of the human hyperspace energy being. All right, so just so you guys, this is what crazy people do. They love doing shit like this, man. You know, not that it's a hoax. It's just written by someone who's a schizophrenic. Oh, here's another one. This is also by John St. Clair. The remote viewing amplifier. An apparatus which enhances the ability of a person to perform remote viewing by connecting the human spiritual eye to the tetrahedral geometry of subspace. Crazy. So don't get too excited about thinking that there's plans out there for the TR3B. First of all, let me explain something to you guys. All right. So technically this TR3B, right, we don't know about it, right? Because that means it's classified. That's why we don't know about it. Well, they're not going to let a classified aircraft that's classified right now, they're not going to let its patent leak out. Like, you're not, I mean, go try to find the patent of a stealth bomber, okay? One that's not classified anymore. Go try to find the patent of it. They don't give that kind of information away to people. You understand that? It doesn't work like that. So it's like we're not going to tell people how we build our stuff and what it's made for. Like, we don't do that. If we crash like a stealth helicopter in Iraq or something, we blow it up just to make sure no one can get their hands on it. You know, it's like we're not just going to. They don't just do that. It doesn't work like that. But let's look at this remote viewing amplifier. The invention enhances the ability of a person to perform remote viewing by concentrating the spiritual eye to the tetrahedron geometry of subspace. Background of the invention. Remote viewing is the projection of spiritual modules of the human energy field to distant locations in order to see, communicate, and interact with other entities who live in subspace. Space and hyperspace co-dimensions of the universe. One of the first remote viewings was made at night to a distance of 10,000 miles on the sunlit side of Earth. My spiritual eye and body projected together while my mental facilities remained in my physical body. I found myself looking down on a palm tree from a height of about 100 feet. The palm tree had several coconuts in it, as seen in figure 1. Then gave the command to lower myself to the ground. At that moment, I went sailing down past the coconuts, barely missing the tree, finding myself on a pathway through the tropical forest. I then came to an extremely long wooden bridge, which crossed over a river gorge. On the other side of the bridge, I could see 3 soldiers running towards me, as shown in figure 2. The 2 soldiers in front were carrying rifles and wearing light blue berets. The man running behind them was wearing an officer's cap and a red band. My first reaction was that I was going to be shot. I edged over to the right side of the wooden railing. They ran past me without seeing me. I then asked to see the building that these soldiers were guarding. Everything went dark, and then I found my spiritual eye peeking out of the floor of a computer room, as seen in figure 3. There was a man using a computer on the opposite side of the room near an open door. He got up from his chair and came. What the fuck is this guy talking about? Okay, I was gonna keep reading it. Fuck that, dude. This dude's fucking nuts, man. So, I mean, if you guys want to believe that it's a real patent for a TR3B, go ahead. But I would suggest trusting what I'm saying. Alright, just at the very least. I'm just saying that's the best I can do for you, because if you want to believe it, that's on you. But I'm right. So I just gotta tell everyone, because I've seen this on so many different channels right now, you know, and it sounds really cool, but once you read into it and you try to look and see what's going on, you're like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? He's fucking nutso. So, you know, hey man, if the TR3B, if that patent is real, then maybe this remote viewing amplifier or the body torque hyperspace crystal ball is real. I don't know, but all right, you guys, I just want to let everyone know that. All right, UFO proof out.